Okay, traders, we had a fantastic discussion on the Zoom this morning while we were watching ES just chop around. And we talked about what is your daily loss? How many trades in a row would you allow yourself to lose before you were done? And how does that relate to leverage? So I gave everyone this information that now I'm going to relay and share to you. There's three scenarios here. First thing is, what is our daily loss? I just used 300 bucks. I asked the room, how many trades in a row could you lose before you went, you know what, I'm done. I'm out. I'm either drawing my levels wrong or the price action isn't honoring the levels. I just need to be done. The number was 3. So if you're willing to lose 300 bucks on the day, your first 3 trades were all losers. It's $100 a trade, right? Simple. What's your stop loss? Let's say you had a rigid 6-point stop loss. We have all the information we need to now know how much leverage each trade should have. And it's 3 MES contracts, because one MES is $5 per point. 6 points is a $30 loss. So if you traded 3 contracts at a $30 loss, that's $90. That's just under the $100. So you could do 3 trades at 3 MES contracts, and you would be within your daily loss limit, and you gave yourself 3 opportunities to get going. Let's look at scenario 2. If you wanted to give yourself a little more leadway, you could do 5 trades. If you went to 5 trades, each trade would now have to be 2 MES contracts at 6 points, because it's at $30. So $30 times 2 is what? 60 bucks. Times 5 trades, there's your 300. Here's my favorite though. I use a scaling $300 loss, 3 trades. I don't expect to lose. I have a high probability system I use. I don't expect a loss. So my first trade, I want to give myself the luxury of trading higher leverage. It does not mean I will take all 5 contracts on that first trade, but I know that I can, because what I'm willing to do is lose half. 300 bucks, I'm willing to lose half. So 5 contracts times 30 bucks. Remember over here, 5 contracts times 30 bucks is $150. Okay, so the first trade I'm willing to lose $150. If I lose, I need to trade smaller. Okay, one reason I like the scaling system. When you lose, you should be trading smaller. So now I have to drop to 3 MES. I have to stick with 3 MES. Let's say the first trade, full loss. Second trade, I'm perfect. I have to stick with 3 MES until I make back the $150 I lost. Once I make that back, I can go back to full leverage. Let's say first trade's a loss, second trade's a loss, third trade, you're like, all right, let's tighten up here. I can only do 2 MESs, and I have to stick with 2 MESs until I make back this 90 bucks. Then I can go to 3. I have to stick with this 3 until I make back this 150. Once I make that back, then I can go full leverage. I want to make back my losses by trading smaller, which is the exact opposite of what most retail traders do. They make a loss, they do the same leverage, or they go bigger because I just want to get back to even. No, we just want to get back to trading smaller, trading even smaller with more precision entries. This is a much better system. I believe you will become a much better trader if you use this sort of scaling method. Okay, so I expect to not lose my trade. So I'm going to allow myself big leverage, but I'm also going to allow myself 3 trades before I have to tap out and say, I am done for the day. Okay. You could also do this with a weekly number. What's the amount that I'd be willing to lose in a week? Which, by the way, lends itself very nice to funded trading programs. Because let's say you had a $3,000 loss you could do. Well, I might divide that out amongst 3 days or 5 days. And then you simply do the math for each day, exactly as I showed you here, using a scaling down approach. Okay? So there's some ideas for you of how to take your daily loss, take your stop loss, and do some math. Okay, thanks for listening.